Yeah, let me get your thoughts. Ahmed, 10 million. Initially, your colleague, Muntaka Mubarak, had suggested it was 90 million. Yesterday he conceded when he saw the facts that, yeah, he was wrong. He's okay with the 10 million. And notwithstanding that, I had some of your colleagues who raise issues with it. But today you've come around to approve it. What changed?
Evans, let me say a very good evening to our cherished viewers, and also to thank you for the opportunity in getting these items on your table to be able to explain to Ghanaians what happened in Parliament, and to welcome my good brother, because during the recess I haven't seen you.
I've been conversing for more.
I know you are working, destabilizing us. But we refuse to be destabilized. We are coming back. But Evans, you've asked a very sensitive question. You see, one fundamental aspect of democracy is openness and accountability. If you are not open to the people, they may not be able to understand your vision and appreciate the direction you want to lead them to. So freedom of information is part of the preconditions of democracy. The document which government brought today and which informed and brought the various breakdown of the 250 million was not given to the committee when they were discussing or considering the 250 million facility. Secondly, the ranking member of the committee, Honorable Adekadongo, made it clear today that why is it that when you brought the facility, the agreement for consideration, you failed to bring this document alongside. Meanwhile, the chairman of the committee said it was part of it, but they failed to bring it as part of the consideration. And that is what landed them to where they landed. Secondly, the Speaker of Parliament has helped the ruling government a lot, and my brother will testify to that. On the very day, you know, the majority side just changed leadership. They didn't have enough space to reconcile their back, and we were about ending the meeting. It comes with a whole lot of crisis in governance. So the speaker sitting at where he sat, because we also went through the same problem. The speaker sitting as where he was sitting, even though you are the majority. But on that fateful day, you were the minority.
Are you talking about today?
Even today.
Yeah.
And on that fateful day itself.
Yes, that before the recess.
So any reasonable or rational speaker will not side with you on so many things. Because he will be trying to canvass the minority, which have outnumbered you in terms of numbers, to buy into your the state must run.
So, but what changed today, though?
Yes, so I'm coming to where my brothers were trying to accuse the speaker of not doing their bidding. And he knows very well that I've been in the decision. When the speaker was saying, honorable colleagues, I think the best thing to do now is to adjourn the House. And he said, Mr. Speaker, we are calling for division. He said, colleagues, honorable members, the best thing to do for me now.
He was saying the signal to them.
He was sending a signal to them.
If you do a division, you lose.
It was the right thing to do.
It will be fait accompli.
If you are minority, if you call for division, if I count 100 times, you'll be minority. And it will anger the people the more. And therefore, getting it to be reversed and finding a way of making sure the government is able to find it will be difficult for you. So the speaker is always trying to bring the two sides together. And it was on that note, sitting at where I sit, and that's how I understood the speaker. So I could say, honorable, you know, we whispered to each other. I said, what the speaker is saying, listen to what the speaker is saying. And truly, today the speaker was able to, it wasn't that when we went for even this rescission of this rescission motion. Our colleagues, not all of them agreed with it. But Speaker Bagbo is somebody everybody respect. When he said, no, where we are now, the nation needs the money. You called for, you rejected it because you were not getting information. Now, the most important information that will help you to do the scrutiny, they've brought it.
Your main concern, at least through Muntaka Mubarak's articulation, was the 90 million.
90 million. They added the 90 million.
Now he says it's 10
part
million.
Of the 90 million.
So you're happy that we're going to use 10 million?
Yes, part of the
250 million for consultancy.
10 million of the 90 million is for consultancy. Part of it is 100 million. 90 is for meters. You are going to use it to buy meters. 10 million, only 10 million is for consultancy.
Only $10 million?
No, I'm
$10 million, it can be only.
Yeah, Evans, I will come there. Only 10 and not 90. That is what I mean. 90 and not 100. 90 is for consultancy. It's for meters. And therefore, they didn't segregate it that we are going to use 90 million for buying meters, and we are going to use 80 million for buying meters and 10 million for consultancy. It was written consultancy. 90 million is there. The meters was not specified. And beyond the meters, the 250 million, there's a term sheet where the various cost breakdown. 10 million for consultancy, 80 million for procurement of meters, this and this.
So now you have the breakdown.
So when we rejected it, they brought the sheet.
So that was convinced you.
So when they brought it and they said we should go for rescission, then the speaker said, it's better you lay, once you have brought the term sheet, let me refer it back to the finance committee.
That's what happened yesterday.
So that they will go and ask the necessary questions. When they ask the necessary questions, then they come back with a report on the floor that we are now convinced. So that they are going to do the oversighting. And the people that you are giving them, or the word of mouth that you are giving them, is not what they are going to do. They are going to use the term sheet. You said you were going to use 10 million for consultancy. Have you used 10 million? Or you have used less or more? You said you are going to use 80 million of the 250 million for the procurement of meters. How many meters and at what cost? These are the questions they went to ask today. And they were well convinced and they came back and we passed it. Okay, that is what informed the motion for rescission. And in fact, they must be applauding the speaker for doing that, for giving them the opportunity to do what they have done. Other than that, that would have been the end of it.